record this so I can put it on YouTube also. So welcome. It's Sunday morning, and this morning for your session, I'm if you hear some trains in the background, that's Ben doing his thing, and we'll see if he joins us for any of this time. We're in the Gryffindor room. You can see the Gryffindor flags back there, and what I was getting today is sometimes you just know something and you're not even sure how you know something, you know? And I was, first of all, I love our community food co-op in Bellingham. We go a few times a week and have coffee and hang out, and Ben has hot chocolate or apple cider. And so we were there Saturday and we were talking to some people, and one woman was telling us some of her story, which was so cool because she years ago left a successful thing and went to a different city and started a new successful thing. And then she was going along doing just fine, and she had another epiphany, something that just was deep inside of her that said, I gotta move. And she moved to a completely different city and started a new thing. And then that same epiphany, kind of like, I've gotta move, came up again, and she moved back to Bellingham and is starting a whole nother thing now, and super successful all along the way. And I was asking her, like, how did you know? You know, how did you know? And because I've had stuff like that too. I remember recently even, I didn't go to a class in San Diego, even though I wanted to go to it for the last year. I was looking forward to it. And when it came time, I was getting some blocks, and something just made me go, I need to check and see, do I really go to this class? And I got that I wasn't to go to it. And we'll see what the miracle about that is at some point. But I got to trust it because it's happened before. I remember when I was as a kid, I loved football, still love football. I'm going to watch some football today, American football, and go Seahawks, go Cowboys. And what I used to play football all the time in Texas, just in people's yards, and we'd get teamed and we would play football. And I love football, and I just thought for sure I was going to be a professional football player. And 6 foot tall, 180 pounds, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. And then in Texas, football starts early. So 7th grade was when you could start to join a team in school. And for some reason, I just got a really strong thing that I wasn't supposed to play football. For some reason, I thought I need to work on my grades. I need to work on my grades. I mean, that's weird, right? For a 7th grader to think that. And so I didn't play football. I remember going to the games and seeing all my friends down there who I used to play football with in people's yards, and they all had their helmets and pads on, and they were playing football, and I was just in the stands, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. But I had a definite not to play football. And it turns out, well, I didn't grow to be 6 foot tall, and running was my sport, and it's what really moves me now. But somehow I knew. And so how do you know something like this? Like, how do you know what to do? And there's a way to, there's times in your life when you probably got information of like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. This is what I'm supposed to do. But did you follow it or not follow it? And what were the results? It might be kind of good to look back on that. One thing you can do, if you want, is to take something that is just not good. Like, you could take NutraSweet. It's been known to cause all sorts of medical conditions, and yet it's still on the market. And you can go to go to a coffee shop and get some NutraSweet packets, and then you could put it on the table. And then you can go and find something that is really good for you. Like maybe you could try an organic apple, or if you have access to really good spring water. If your water has fluoride in it or has a bunch of chlorine in it, that's not going to test well. But if you could find some really good spring water, maybe some Fiji water, bottled water, and pour it into a nice glass, that's pretty good. It's been in plastic, but Fiji water tests really well. If you have a chance to get mountain spring water like we do, you can put that in a glass. And then what you can do is put one hand on your heart and just touch the NutraSweet and see what happens to your hand on your heart. And you'll get some information like, okay, that's what not good is. And then you could put your hand on the spring water or the organic apple, and then check and see how does that test. And you can go back and forth between different things that are bad. Like you could put a hand on a container of gasoline and see what that does to your body, and then put a container on what might be good. Good spring water is always really good for people. We need water. But you can test different things and see if you can get the data. And there's many different ways to test. There's muscle testing ways. There's Matrix Energetics has a Windows way. If you're interested in more ways, I can point you to those things. But you can start to test things. My sister tested Crisco, and then I think she tested green tea or something. And then she tested it, and she could feel the difference. And the way she described it was different than the way I would describe it. But she had a definite difference in, like, here's what Crisco tests like, and here's what I think it was green tea, organic green tea tested like. And she got some data, and then she can go to the grocery store and she can tell. But you could also possibly do it when you get one of those energetic hits, like, I think I'm supposed to move, or maybe I'm supposed to start my own business, and I'm supposed to do something with my life with this. And you kind of know ahead of time. You kind of know, but this is a test that gives you a little measuring device. So try it out. Let me know what you think. And it's a cool thing to use when you're deciding how to learn stuff and what to do. You know, about 7 or 8 weeks ago, I have lots of teachers, lots of healers I work with and study with and do stuff with. And one of them had something that was coming up that was time sensitive. It was going to end, and my mother-in-law was here visiting, and we had lots of stuff going on. And I just happened to open one of the emails, and I was like, wow, this is ending tonight at midnight. And I just got absolute clarity that I'm supposed to do this thing. It was a 5-week challenge where every day you have a new task to do, and you learn some cool stuff about healing and doing work and doing stuff. And so I just totally got I'm supposed to do it. And I told Jen, I'm going to buy this tonight. She's like, okay. She's used to me doing stuff. And I did it, and it was amazing, amazingly cool, life-changing, really big. And it's going to help so many people. And so when you have those kind of hits, it's kind of cool to check in and go, am I supposed to do this? And if there's a way to test it, you can trust that and go with it if you want. And if you don't go with it, you can then see what the result is with that. Or if you do go with it, then you can see what the result is with that. And you can start to get a database so that you have, it's kind of like having a big results sheet that says, yeah, this is when it works. When you do this, life goes better. And when you don't do this, life goes this way. So you can start to see when you follow your intuition, your heart, your testing, and when you don't follow it, and start to see how it works for you. So let me know. And I've got some cool stuff for you. I've got a cool meditation that we use every day. We used about an hour of it today. It just changes so much so fast. And if you're interested in that, go to ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And let me know how it goes. All right, everybody. Have a great Sunday. I'm going to go watch some football, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye now.